welcome to the Heraklion Arena in Crete. Mali, France, the first semi-final of the FIBA U19 Basketball World Cup in 2019. Both teams one game away from the gold medal game. And what a historic day for Mali as they make their first semi-final appearance. Here is the schedule that we're looking at today. Mali and France, 6 o'clock local time here. It's a sweltering day here in Crete. The USA and Lithuania is the nightcap at 8:30. But let's just focus on what is a historic day for Mali basketball and a crucial day for France. Also, only one medal for France in their history at under-19 level. So much to play for both countries. And both teams came through different games yesterday. France, a real tough game against Canada. Mali dominated Puerto Rico in the second half of their game. And that really has whetted the appetite for the fans here in the Heraklion Arena. With me, Lloyd Gardner. Lloyd, it's historic for Mali. It's a great opportunity for France. What a huge game for both sets of young men.
Yeah, I would go so far as to say it's historic for both teams. France have never reached the final of the Under-19 World Cup. We know they've had great history, great pedigree within the Under-18 championships at the European level. But, you know, they haven't ever reached the final of an Under-19, and I think they will love this opportunity here, facing off against Mali, a team, you know, and it's going to be a really, really interesting mix between two distinctly different styles. You know, the power of this French team is within their guards. The power of the Mali team really is in the inside force that they possess. So it's going to be a great encounter between two very interesting teams.
Well, you made that point well there straight away, but the power of this Mali team on the rebound end in terms of stats is phenomenal. They lead this competition in rebounding, and they are just going to protect the ring better than any team in this competition.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, they lock down the paint. And so it's going to be interesting, that battle between the best rebounding team, one of the best defensive teams at controlling the paint with Omar Ballo in there as well, against the French team, which leads this competition in field goal percentage.
And that's an intriguing part of the game, because the length of this Mali team defensively and the quickness, you would think athletically can do it. It's just whether or not they can deal with the sophistication, if that's the right word, of the French offense.
Yeah, it is going to be, the French team like to control the tempo, they like to control the ball, and I think, you know, the two guards, Yayi and Demonche, are going to be really important for France today, because it's a Mali team which likes to play loose. They like to have the game going up and down. They don't like it to be a half-court controlled game, really. So it's going to be interesting, that blend. Can France control the tempo of the game? Can they score in the half-court against this Mali defense? You know, when they really lock down the inside. And can Mali get the ball and in transition more than anything, you know, finish going to the ring?
Well, got a shot there of Coach Deco, who's done a marvelous job pulling the strings for this team from the bench. We'll talk about it a lot more after the national anthem, starting with France. And now the national anthem of Mali. Well, coaches and players will exchange mementos of what is, as we've already said, a historic game. And I think the nerves and also the expectations of both teams are going to be at an all-time high. 3 referees, the third team on the floor, Mr. Yu, Mr. Dominguez-Duero, and Mr. Kelio from Taipei, Mexico. And Canada will take charge of this semi-final game. Obviously, those three have done an excellent job to be given the opportunity to referee this game, and their teamwork as important as the teamwork for this French roster, Lloyd, and it's an exciting roster.
Absolutely, Mark. We mentioned the backcourt, but it's all about the number 11, Joel Ayayi, the man who plays his university basketball currently at Gonzaga University on the west coast of the United States. You know, a superstar yesterday, a superstar all tournament long, really. Ayayi came up big yesterday. We know about his scoring prowess. He had 21 points, but more impressively, 8 rebounds and 7 assists for him. My question for France, you mentioned the rebounding battle. Ayayi led them in rebounds yesterday. So that front line from France, if they're not going to rebound, they've got to make sure they keep Ballo off the glass.
And they've gone with that 3-guard set, haven't they? Which, again, does give you some concerns about the glass when they're going up against this roster here from Mali that, for me, just says potential.
Well, Omar Ballo, also number 11 on this Mali team, just 16 years of age, 21 points, 17 rebounds, 4 blocks yesterday, and I think that was, you know, a little harsh on him with how many shots he got a piece of as well. Just the 4 blocks, 8 offensive rebounds. He is the big question mark, but Mali more than that, really. You know, incredible individual performance from Foussine Dramé yesterday, 22 points, 9 of 12 from the field, and the other guy, the number 4, Siriman Kanute, he's going to need to step up for Coach Dicko. Traditionally, the point guard really runs the show for Mali. Yesterday, you know, he ended with 16 points, but 10 turnovers.
And for me, I think he's almost more of a key than anybody else. He leads the team in scoring, but he's got to play the whole game, hasn't he? He's got to be there from minute 1. And to an extent, he's going to have to deal with some of that pressure the French put on them.
Yeah, and defensively, it's going to be really interesting. I mean, traditionally, the Mali team, they use one of the Dramé twins, as there's 2 of them, in Hassan as the defensive stopper. I'd expect to see him try and take that match up against Joel Ayayi, and that's going to be a really interesting battle between those 2. You know, Dramé has that length, that athleticism to challenge the shot of Ayayi, but we saw yesterday Ayayi is more than a scorer. He's happy to facilitate, he's happy to draw, get others involved. So, you know, I think that's going to be an intriguing battle. And then also on the inside, we talked about Ballo. I mean, he has numbers without really needing touches on the offensive end. He's not a guy that gets plays run for him or the ball thrown to him in the low post. He's a man who gets shots himself. He scores all on his own off offensive rebounds, little dump downs, the occasional post up. You know, but he's a tremendous athlete, a real horse on the inside. And I don't know if France have a physical presence that can match up with him.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, Lloyd. I think it's an intriguing way of looking at the game. And it's not, historically, you know, a lot of teams will have dominant centers, but all of this Mali lineup are athletic and run. There's no just big guy, and that's where historically France have been so quick to exploit that because of their athleticism. Mali are going to take that away. It's a huge opportunity for Mali and a huge opportunity for African basketball.
Absolutely. That anchor, you know, maybe not on the level of Ballo, who will be matching up with Joel Ayayi next year at Gonzaga University. You know, maybe they haven't had anyone of his level, but that supporting cast, you know, they are superstars on their own right. We mentioned the Dramé twins, we mentioned Kanute. You know, the Dramé twins also go to high school in the United States. They're getting recruited by a host of, you know, well-known universities, high major college offers for both of them. And you can see why here, in transition, with open floor, with space, they are hard to stop. You know, for someone like Foussine Dramé yesterday, 9 of 12 from the field, you know, just incredible percentages, and he's going full speed against defenders that are back, and he's finding a way to get really high percentage shots at the ring. Well,
it just shows the options and where these young men can be taught to play this game now from various sources, high school in the States, as you say, NBA academies everywhere, clubs across Europe, and the basketball net is thrown wide, and it's tough to be missed these days, and that's what you found with this Mali team. These guys are very experienced in their own right now, as experienced as this French team that historically has one of the best development programs in Europe, if not the world.
This is the African champions of last year, under 18 level, versus the bronze medalists from Europe. Although France, the last team left from Europe in this competition, as the 2 finalists have already gone. Well, Lithuania, obviously, but they finished below France last year.
Well, wherever you're joining us from, welcome to Crete, this beautiful island, the host of the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup. France in blue, Mali in white, semi-final action. And we're underway, and Mali go backcourt. And that's just a little bit of, that's nothing. It's just one of those things, perhaps didn't know where he was or whatever else. Just got to throw that mistake away, and France will have possession. And they get the possession arrow.
Yes, it is. Hassan Drame to take the challenge of guarding Joel Ayayi on the low far side. Now he comes towards the ball. And that's what Mali we saw yesterday. They are susceptible to back cuts.
Well, that's a prayer from the end. They couldn't at all break down that Mali defense. To see where Mali are here in the half court, if they get into the half court. He falls, needs some help. Just about recovered. Good awareness. And the early 3 is gone and short. Ballow's on the glass and gets the first of what will be many rebounds. 23
offensive rebounds per game.
Oh, nice pass. And the first dunk and the first play generated by Ballow on the glass. And Delame gets the 2 with the, let's just say, soft but athletic flush. Skip to the wing. Inside out. Ayayi attacks the closeout, breaks it down, little floater for 2. And you've seen exactly what you were talking about, Lloyd, before the game. Those that we highlighted before the game come into play, minute 1.
The thing about that move is, I mean, that's an incredibly tough move, made look very easy by Joel Ayayi at full speed, just a runner straight over the outstretched arm. That 7'6" wingspan of Omar Ballow.
In the half court. Nice pass. But you saw automatically, you get the offensive rebound. Tremendous work cleaning up the missed shot by Aom. But just the shot blocking potential and just the intimidation.
France have got to find a way to move Mali around on defense. That will get them open shots. They have to finish those opportunities, but getting shots isn't the problem. It's finishing them.
Well, take one. They didn't really run anything to get the long 2. Delame takes that and misses that. Again, it's a very congested keyway.
So many bodies in the paint.
And again, they stay around, and it's a battle for it. And that's going to be like that for the whole of the full team. In transition, he spins in the lane. Drame for 2 is good.
And that's what we talk about. If you don't finish your opportunities against Mali, that is what it leads to. Transition, no numbers, but Hassan Drame just puts his head down, spins, gets all the way to a basket, and that's a high percentage finish.
Ayayi with a little space. They don't really want to switch. Nice pass. And he talked about moving. He just froze Ballow with the penetration. Didn't want to help, didn't want Sure to recover.
Ballow's smart and not picking up fouls. I don't think he'll want to get an early one.
Well, soft touch on the mid-range jumper. That tells you a lot about what the upside of that player is. Ballow just looked smooth on that. And that's a turnover. And the pressure, as you talked about, Lloyd, the Drame pressure up the floor, full seam, picking him up over the whole floor.
It's those long arms, that reach. I mean, they're great athletes. They move their feet really well, both of the twins, but you know, they both have such active hands because of that wingspan. Really, really make them tough defenders. Inbound pass, pretty simple. Koulibaly gets it. Drame again with a little floater, doesn't get the drop. Chance for France to run, but they can't get the outlet that quickly. Pablo penetrate, gets to the lane, and was looking to pass all the way through his penetration. Didn't draw anybody. And turn it over, back-to-back turnovers for France. Delame has it with the left hand, looking to get deep, goes off the glass, can't finish, gets his own. Will power up or look for a pass, the ball goes, and it's a travel. Better defensive sequence from France, because even though they turned it over, they got 5 men behind the ball. They stopped the ball at the point of attack. And that meant that, you know, Drame's trying to force the action when it's not really there. You have to take away that first attack from Mali. Yeah, he floats it. Again, just lack of being decisive. And Mali are running again. Kanute needs a pass, finds one. They're going to call the travel. Just a little fumble.
And it almost looks like Canute just needs to settle down a little.
He had such a frustrating first half yesterday. He only had 2 points at the half. He scored much better in the second, 14 of his 16 coming then, but he did have 10 turnovers. Traditionally, Canute has been the star on this Mali team. I know everybody talks about Omar Ballo as the long-term prospect, but it's Canute that was the MVP of the Under-16 African Championships, the MVP of the Under-18 African Championships.
Oh, Mali extend the defense. France haven't really got it below the foul line at all until Ayayi goes underneath. And again, the penetration was just a pass.
2 seconds on the clock, got to get it up.
And I don't think they get it away. And they didn't. Another 24-second violation. And when Mali extend their defense, France are finding it very difficult to get the ball into areas of the floor that they want to run their sets.
Ayayi is trying to be that man that gets everybody else involved. But I think he needs to really come off and look to be a scorer early.
Canute in the lane, no one stopped him. He was trying to be definite, trying to get himself going, but he's almost looking for it a little too much. Dimanche leads the break. Open three on the end of transition is sweet. And it's exactly, again, Ayayi takes the responsibility and just knocks it down. Canute in transition again, drops it inside. Ballo is going to be fouled and will go to the free throw line.
We had them questions yesterday over France, didn't we? Taking the challenge, you know, when someone really steps up to them, and they did respond against Canada, but that's just a play you can't have. If you're trying to beat Mali, that's the one thing we talked about, you know, that stopping the ball at the point of attack. You've hit a transition three, and then you've given up a dunk attempt coming the other way after a basket. You've got to organise, get back, be behind the ball, and be ready to stop it.
Great point, Ballo on the free throw line. And he's been good on the free throw line, but looked a little tight on that one, and who can blame him? Still only 16 years old.
77% this tournament.
If you're a big man with this athleticism that make free throws, you're a coach's dream. He makes the second.
Incredible numbers, nearly 19 points, 14 rebounds a game. You know, looks really impressive until you realise he averaged 21 and 17 at the Under-17 World Championships last year.
Penetrate and kick again. Mid-range, the two is good. And that's a little bit more decisive one. Turned the defense, gave it up, got it back. Turned over, and France get up the floor themselves. Drops it inside and again. Is it intimidation here, Lloyd? Because every time they've made a penetration, it's penetration just a pass.
I think they're trying to get too good a shot. That's the thing, you know, you've got a shot, take the shot. It's France are trying to get something better, which isn't always there.
Canute just goes coast to coast. Doesn't get the two, but again blows a layup, and it's that same thing. If you don't stop it on the first bounce, you have problems. Nice ball movement for the two. Dimanche gets his first two.
Great box out from him in that transition. You know, they're so often the ones that Ballo cleans up when Mali miss.
6-point game, and we're giving France a little hard time, but they lead by 6. Canute is struggling here. Great deflection, great reaction. And again, France looking for, as you say, the perfect shot. They had a layup, then they make a tough one and miss it.
They've got to get back in transition.
Well, no one else has got back. Watch out. Well, just an easy lay-in. And in some ways, that's not a great sign for Mali. I know that France gave it up, but 3 guys still not getting back. They get away with it. Close it to 4. Leon gives it up. Let's turn a corner. Hesitation. Goes inside. Will kick. And Canute looks down the floor, and they just sneak out. Oh! Ayayi just didn't quit on the play. Great block. Watch this. The timing was exceptional. Did take a little bit of the arm after, but not really a call to be made. End-line possession for Mali. And if we're looking at little worries and trends here, Mali getting opportunities too early in some ways and on transition. But France being able to deal with the pressure and break them down. The 3 is way off. Ball kept alive. And they are more than athletic enough, this French team. They turn it straight back over. Easy 2 going back. And at the moment, Mali living off their defense and transition.
Just such a poor effort from France there. You know, they forced the shot they wanted, a 3. Mali 3 of 12 yesterday. Not a good 3-point shooting team, only to just give it up in transition.
Great effort. And Ayayi, for me, Lloyd looked like he had no pass because everyone's standing still.
France, traditionally, through this tournament, have done a good job looking after the ball. They're 11th of the 16 teams in turnovers, average 15 a game coming into this one. Obviously playing against a team like Mali, a little different. They're going to have to look after the ball better. 6 turnovers already.
Open 3 in the corner is away and is short. Mali going to chase that down, and they do not need a second invitation in transition. Nice feed to the front of the ring, but sloppy pass back that wasn't ever really there. Ayayi, 3-on-1 break. They just got to find the open man, and there it is. The 2 on the end of the break.
Stop the ball. Here comes Mali again.
Don't take your eyes off this one for a moment. That one's not going to drop. Ballow's cleaning up. He can't make the putback stick. Ayayi has it. France wants structure. Mali just don't want structure at all. And Rohis in the game. Didn't play yesterday. In early minutes here at the point. Ayayi, he looks so smooth. Why would he ever be concerned about anything? And then just takes it off Ballo. And gives it out. And because Ballo had control of the basketball.
Shot clock's on.
Didn't you think that Ballo had control of it?
Oh, yeah.
I thought Ballo had control of it. And they're going to reset to 14, and I disagree. Ballo had control of it, had 2 hands on it, brought it down, and then it was taken off him.
Yeah, very true, very true. I think you're right now.
That's easy for us. We're sitting here with nothing else to worry about. Bruce getting some minutes here, looking control, drops it, mid-range with a short roll is no good, and the ball just drops into the hands. Wale has it, gets it into the half court. Kamara, who had big impact coming off the bench yesterday. Ballo settles for the jumper. Kamara just almost stole that in the same way. But there was no reset. 4 seconds, got to go up. In traffic, off the glass, gets nothing. Tremendous offensive rebound. Drami with a ball fake for 2. Great effort on the offensive boards.
Drami's just got such a height and length advantage over Ayayi. It's the benefit of playing the Drami twins, both of them at the 2 and the 3 position. Real match-up nightmare on that end of the floor.
Ayayi is going to get the benefit of the call as he came off the ball screen. 2-point game, France have the lead.
First foul against Mali in this game. It's a good sign for a team which isn't, too deep, especially, the Drami twins and Ballo especially. They can't afford to not be out there.
So Ballo's going to get his first rotation of the afternoon.
I think as soon as he goes out, these are opportunities for France. The #1 thing is important now, defensive transition.
Just gets it into the half court. Ayayi, who's literally getting touches and draws another foul.
There's not the same, presence at the ring now without Ballo there. So Ayayi look for the French guards to attack, try and get something in the paint.
Mohamed Sidibe has got the responsibility of taking care of business on the inside. Kamara's long enough at 2:05. He's just going to break the defense down. Little floater in the lane and blows it, and it's almost like he's waiting for the shot to be challenged. Good decision to break it down in transition. Mali, second trial, great little catch and go. They blow the layup, but again, Drame gets the first rebound. Powering up on the inside, can't get it to drop, and France finally secured a defensive rebound. Don't commit to the break. Dimanche will get the ball screen, almost has his pocket picked again.
So active with those hands.
It's a little bit similar to yesterday where Puerto Rico, to an extent, dealt with Mali for the first quarter, but it's relentless.
Yeah, they don't slow down, any of them.
And Lame gets his first little spell on the bench, the full-scene version of the twins. Maurice will move it on. Dimanche attacks it, needs a pass, drops it inside for the 2. Good timing on the release of the ball. Waited for the defense to come, and again they run the floor. And now he's settled in the half court. Good trap. And
out of bounds.
French out of bounds, 17-13 they lead.
Yeah, it's from the sideline, I think, when pass. Let's have a look. This is the other end. Great drive.
Waits for the defense to come, no rotation. And off the glass for 2. Kamara relieves the pressure and then sets the screen. Pops for the pass. They skip it. Kanuti trying to get himself going with a 3. It's long. On balance, really a shot you'd like him to take. Nice first step through, was impressive. Again, if it's decisive, France are getting so much more than when they're hesitant. When they run, I think they can get as much out of running in control as Mali get in transition.
It's just an unconventional style. You know, the thing about Mali, the French players are so used to playing against that structure. They're so used to, when they penetrate, the rotation coming from a certain area where the other guys are going to be free, and Mali don't do it the way the French expect them to. So because of that, you know, it's things like they're getting into the lane and they're so used to help coming across and then finding the extra pass that they're unsure that when they're open, that's the right shot to take. So they're trying to find something better rather than just read the situation, just relax and know, you know, against this Mali team, they're going to give you shots. It's just a question of if you try and do too much or if you don't look after the ball, they will turn it over. They will turn you over. They will get steals.
Baptiste misses the second of the free throws, but the ball kept alive really well by Leopold, who leads this French team in rebounding. And another whistle on the play. And at the end of this first quarter, after having no team fouls forever, they've just picked up fouls continuing normally. Yeah, it's because they haven't boxed out or they've turned it over. So Dimanche finds himself on the free throw line.
The problem is that's 2 against Hassan Drame, 2 against Kamara now. If Drame is going to struggle to be out for too long, especially when Ayayi comes back in and he's the man that's slowed Ayayi down, you know, as much as you can. Ayayi with 5.
Dimanche with 3, going to make it 4. Goes 1 for 2 from the line and only hits his 3rd point in transition. And the French trap may well give Mali some issues. They're not really looking to have many options coming out of the trap. Kamara puts it on the floor, needs a pass. And again, the pass was in, the decision to dribble was inconsistent and undecisive. But it means we've reached the end of the first quarter. And France, for all the issues they might have in terms of getting to the ring and scoring, lead this one 19-13. Mali looking a little hesitant. Kanuti hasn't got going. And so France with the 6-point lead at the end of the first quarter. And the first line and first page of stats will tell you France with 47% and 33% respectively. 0 for 5 from the 3-point line. And they've normally been threes that Mali have had to take at the bottom of the shot clock. 19-13 at the end of 1. The highlights of that first quarter. Sendelame with those 2. But they picked up some unfortunate fouls, did Mali, as that quarter developed. Ballo got some useful minutes on the bench for the African team. But France now are beginning to look like they're in a groove here in terms of how they're trying to run and the rhythm that they have.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that France sort of weathered the storm early, and the problem is they're going to get that comfort level as they go. The thing about the stats that I was looking at, shooting percentage, I think if you can hold Mali to that 32%, you know, it's a really effective sign of how well you're playing against them, because they get so many high quality shots at the basket. The other thing, off rebounding, 15-14, really close.
Monch penetrates, gives it up. France try and space the floor to create opportunities to attack. Say with the pull-up long 2, they get a 14-second reset. Robinho joins the action. First time in the game, goes to the hoop. Nice finish.
points from you know, second chance points. Right now 5-4 in favour of France.
But again, straight after they've been scored against, Mali just get it and go. Get all the way to the ring. France have to give up the foul. She's got to stop that first pass.
You've got to build a wall, don't you? You have to stop the ball, most important thing.
And it's not as if there isn't enough French guys back. You can see 4 guys in the picture. No one protected the ring. They've caught that on the floor.
I think it's because in the end he passed.
21-13. France leading early here in the semi-final of the FIBA Under-19 Basket World Cup. Penetration, create space and finish.
Yeah, strong drive and finish that, yeah.
Koulibaly making some space, Lloyd.
Yeah, so often he's the man that settles for those threes, Koulibaly, but it's a great drive, strong move to push his defender out of the way.
Yes, he gives it up. Monch will penetrate, kick. Leopold has it in the post, go on baseline, trying to create an angle. Doesn't do so. Great scrap by Dimanche. They didn't hit the ring, hence the 24-second violation.
I'm not sure, you know, 5 seconds to go on a shot clock. You should be looking to go against Omar Ballo in a one-on-one post-up. Without the Yayi on the floor, the offense doesn't really have that focal point. 9 turnovers for him now.
So they run Horns type set. Ballo just slips early. Now he's going to try and clear the drive lane, but they look like they were going to settle for the 3. Ballo just ducks in. 7 on the possession. Going to work. Goes to the right hand off the glass for 2. And pretty much that's not going to get stopped in any way, shape or form if he gets that deep.
Yesterday we just never saw him get these post-up opportunities. Today he's shown his ability.
Monch penetrates, has to kick, the extra pass. Short 2 is good, and I think France are going to have to use that option a lot as Baptiste ticks it over for them. Fascinating matchup. Canute trying to find a way to get himself going. Spins far side of the ring and comes up short. And Leopold again demonstrates his rebound ability in France in transition. Say penetrates, and he would know where to go. Baptiste again. Leopold gets away with a little stutter and just takes it to the block, basically. Baptiste outworks everybody on the glass and picks up the offensive rebound and the putback.
Hassan Drameh being on the bench is a big loss for Mali right now. You know, his defensive pressure ability to pick up early, stop the ball, and then also his rebounding prowess, not being out there.
Oof, them queuing up for that one, and it's gone back to France. I don't know how that's gone back to France. The slow-mo might tell me why. Here's the penetration. By going up off the glass, he's blocked. Did it come off him at the end? Doesn't really matter what I think, because it's already out of bounds and France are back running. But Mali think they're hard done by. Early pick and roll. Robinho again breaking down the defense, stops and pops, got a whistle on the play. Called it offensive for the push-off. That's a bit harsh.
Just not really needed from Robinho, though. It came off the handoff, ball screen action. Nothing was really there. Very early in the shot clock still. Plenty of time to just get to the next action. You see a little hesitation. It was a good move. Nothing available, but he's trying to push off his man, get that space to shoot.
Well,
Ayayi get a better one.
Ayayi comes back, so does Drameh, literally. Quick observation from both benches, and both those guys come in at the same time. Canute, you still, to me, Lloyd, could be the difference. He's just got to get himself going. Bali will reverse it. Ballo wants it, but it's a little tough. They double team. Great patience by the big man. They try and create an angle, hits the front of the ring. Ballo on the glass, puts it back up for 2. And he just gets himself back on defense after looking every inch quality. Dimanche on the dribble, offensive foul on the ball screen. And the foul will be on Yovo. Ballo 9 points on 4 from 7. And you haven't, I mean, he's made a couple of post moves, but you wouldn't say, oh God, Ballo's been everywhere. But he just accumulates numbers.
He's just so impressive with what he does. He's got 4 rebounds, like you said. Still, he's 2 years young for this competition as well. You know, just 16 years of age.
He'll be here in 2 years' time, wherever the under-19. Obviously, if he's healthy, obviously, depending on his circumstance, where he is. But he will be young enough to get another World Championship in before he leaves the junior ranks.
Celebrates his 17th birthday next week.
Makes him so very, very young in an academic year, doesn't it? Jeez. He comes out, sets the ball screen, but he slips quickly, and then they just need an extra pass. Managed to get one off, but he can't. It won't take so long to get there. The France recover. Great move, Ballo. Great find on the pass and one. Everything about it, it was just pure ability of the pass from Drame and the finish by Ballo.
It's a beautifully timed pass.
He spins.
As soon as he spins, looks for it, the ball is there, right on the money. Really impressive.
And he's controlled to go up with very little angle to work with.
Drame back out there with those 2 fouls. Something to keep an eye on. 12, they're 22 points.
Morse gets France into the half court. Yeah, he penetrates, but kicks in his own time. Puts it back out, and they've gone nowhere with that. Yahi now has to create. Stops, puts up the 2, is long. That'll be chased down, and watch out. Just can't stop the penetration. In the lane for 2 is good.
I was about to say, that was pretty decent defense from Leon as well. You know, he stopped him, got in front, he got back in stance, but still, Drame just shifty, creative, off the spin. Fossin Drame gets the score.
And cuts it to a 1-point game. France take the timeout. How tough is it, Lloyd? You've got the situation with, you made the point. This isn't the style of basketball that France will be used to. They're not getting the defensive reactions that they drill and they get, and they look very, very indecisive in the half court.
It's both ways as well, though, Mark. I agree with you about the offensive end. They're getting shots that don't really expect it, but then that last play sums up the defensive end as well. The Drame, most of the time, would have put the ball out because he's pretty much cut off on the drive. There's 2 defenders back, he's on his own. But against this Mali team, they don't play in a conventional way of, you know, this isn't going to be a great shot.
They're only 1 up, France. Canute has yet to trouble the scorers. France trying to take a little pace out of the game. Yahi comes off the screen, they'll lift. And no one in the kick, just Mali extend their defense over everybody. Leon with the 2. And the ball will belong to France. Nothing summed up what you were saying better than that set. Just no defensive rules about playing any help. Everybody's guarding their man. France, though, with a 14-second reset. Almost mishandled that, but ball knocked out again, and they get so many deflections. 8 seconds on the possession. Big possession for France coming out of the timeout. Dimanche has it. He's going to get the high screen. Puts it on the floor, gets to the foul line and kicks. The open 3 is away and long. And Mali will chase it down. Just about saved it, Canute. And he's just having one of those halves of basketball. You just want to say, hey, just calm down. You're a good player. Just let the game come to you a bit. Goes down low, Ballo faces, will settle for the mid-range jump shot. That's how to offensively rebound. Both guys going to the glass hard. Goes inside, Ballo is fouled on the way up. They're on the move to the glass as they literally look like they're going to shoot the ball.
Let's see that one again. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, no, absolutely replay. The referee's got it right. Moved his arms quick. I thought he was straight up, but absolutely spot on. And as you said, Mark, that offensive rebounding, both Drame brothers in there, Ballo in there as well. They just create havoc.
Ballo from the free throw line. So, it looks so solid, his free throw action. No hitch, all smooth. France already in the penalty. Halfway through this second, Mali yet to commit a foul. And Balla goes 2 for 2. And France took the time out to stop the run. No run stopped. Pass, checks back in for France. And Dimanche again, and it's this French who want to settle into the half court. Yayi's being asked to make some big plays here. Gets the reposition on the screen. Will take it. 6 on the possession, and they really haven't got below the foul line. Yayi just has to settle. Great work on the glass by everybody. Everybody's going after it. Mali, they just want to run. In the lane, Kanouté for 2. Oh, what a follow!
Don't stop the ball, that's what's going to happen. Whether it's Kanouté or the offensive rebound.
Monge breaks it down. Bello does a great job not fouling. Drame on the move. No one stops him, gives it up. Oh, and they throw it down hard. And France are forced to take another timeout, less than a minute after the last one. And Mali on the march. Big finish, great feed, and that's Mali basketball, right?
You can see it coming. They get the ball in the backcourt, it doesn't matter.
World, I've been watching you.
Goodness gracious.
Brazil, Beleza. Spain, you got 1. Is that enough? That's what I thought.
Make up. Oh!
Okay, Australia. I can feel your passion all the way from here. Yo, France, I know you want it. You just love giving everybody a hard time now, don't you? Ni hao, China. You show me love. Now show me some game.
Continues to get the fans.
And all of you, the FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it. USA, don't this up.
Want to play you, just want to work you out. Rom just has to release the pressure. Ayayi has to come and get. And France not really changing anything here. It'll be interesting to see when they go on the defensive end and they're going to change anything. As penetrates to the lane, takes the short 2, draws the contact, and Bello will pick up his first personal.
They're trying to attack Bello on the pick and roll, over and over again. I don't know if you perhaps try a different tactic now rather than always involving Omar Bello, such a good defender. And maybe they're thinking they're going to wear him down for the second half.
The other thing is that Ayayi, when he's in the floor, seems as though they're going to run everything through. Maybe take him away from the ball and then get it later after there's a little bit more space to penetrate later on. He's being asked to score and create for everybody else at the moment.
The threat of his shot as well is such that he's being pretty much face guarded by Mali. You can put him in the right position, that's the man that would usually help. So you can turn the corner and get to the basket, knowing Ayayi's man won't help off him.
Well, Kanouté sits down. Good news for Mali in some ways. They lead by 4. Kanouté still pointless, just hasn't got going. In the lane for 2. It's just unbelievable.
Just sums them up. Like they get half a step on their own 3-point line, and France let them get all the way to the ring.
Best goes inside, challenged. And when you've got someone inside who can challenge everything like Valor, then you don't mind going after it. Ayayi has to move it on, the extra pass. They turn down the extra pass, and there's a foul on the play. And
if you're France, look at this. He gets all the way to the ring to score at the paint. Mali haven't hit 1 3 yet. You have to find a way to crowd them, come across, not allow a little dump down pass right in front of you, but force it to the outside and make them beat you from those jump shots.
the mid-range jump shot is long. Great work on the glass, but blocks. And you've got to be a bit smarter than that. You work so hard to get the offensive rebound, recycle it. Lame breaks down the defense, down the middle, to the lane, can't finish it, but Ballo's up. He's fouled on the way. Surely, perhaps, they could just pack it in as a zone or something.
It's the same again. They try to reach in near the halfway line. They get beat as we see the block at the other end, and that's what the type of thing France got to do. you know, pack it in, as you say. They get beat out by, way in the backcourt by the halfway line. And nobody rotating to force the pass out to the three-point line.
So substitutions, Leopold comes back in.
So Yovu picked up his second. He's done a pretty decent job.
Yeah. I think he's one of those players, Lloyd, he has that mid-range game, and I think they're going to have to win it from that sort of area. Goes back on the free throw line, makes yet another throw. As Mali begin to extend the lead. France just struggling to score in the second quarter. I think they only have 6. And we are under 3 minutes to go to the half. Two for two again.
How good is he being 60? 5 rebounds and a block as well.
They extend the defense, again making France work for it. France get into some weave action. Dimanche was open, but gave it up. And because they're not really establishing any help, the weave action doesn't really create you much. Leopold in the inside won't go up, it has it knocked away. Dimanche picks it up, it's short. Better defensive stop. Kick it. Ballo will come screen. They go pick and roll. Great deflection. Better action by France. 3-on-1 break. Blocked, but finished. They called a foul on the first shot. They'll have to earn them from the free throw line.
Better defense from France, like you say. Go back, stop the ball. We're able to force Mali into action they can guard. Pretty clean with the ball, but the body, I think.
Yeah.
And I think, as we talked about, Kamara's probably the one I'd be attacking on pick and roll action rather than Ballo. That means Ballo can sort of patrol around in the middle a bit more, but
France aren't making this situation any easier for themselves. They missed the first of the throws. French crowd trying to lift France, but again 0 for 2. Kamara comes down with a defensive rebound.
stop the ball.
You can't back up, can you? Channel it to the outside. They settle for the 3. Well, there you go. You stopped it. Ask them to make a shot that they shouldn't want to take anyway. Gets to the line, inside, off the glass for 2. Tough finish.
It's a case of Chopez is going. He stops. His man's fallen over. He's got that momentum to get to the ring against him. He has to go and finish.
Rame outside. Ballo gets it on this side for the first time. He's a great passer out the post. Finishes missed though. Had the chance for the 2-footer, and France dodge bullets. And France have a chance to close the margin.
Better from France in terms of crowding the ball. They still let Drame get to the ring though. That's Drame it was.
She turns the corner, gets to the elbow. Just a little floater. Gives Mali another chance to run.
Get back.
Drame on the ball reversal. Now it's a half-court game. France have, whether it's Mali slowing up, and Drame settles for the 3 and knocks it down.
You've got to live with that though. I mean, It's a great shot from Hassan Drame, but you have to accept that that's a better shot for you to be giving up their first 3 of the game.
Well, if you get him into the half-court all the time, you're going to be in a far better place than you are at the moment. It's a 9-point lead. Baptiste steps back, mid-range jump shot is good. And it's a tough way to win a game with mid-range jump shots, or guard penetration when there's been some ball movement. I think that's the only way France are going to do that. Attack the one-on-one, create an angle, missed it, get your own rebound. And Drame again continues to accumulate points.
Playing 2-on-2. All 3 other French defenders are way outside the lane on the weak-hand side of the floor.
Last 9 seconds of the half. French really would love to score here. They settle for the 3, drop it! Big play for France at the end of the half. They close it to a 6-point game, and they go into the locker room in a much happier frame of mind as a result of this.
That could be a momentum swinging 3 right there. A game swinging 3, down 9 going into the half. France to be in trouble, but a huge shot makes it a lot more respectable. You know, plenty for them to talk about this halftime break, I say.
Well, there's the confirmation. Mali lead it 39-33 at the half of the first semi-final of the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup here in Crete. Going to get a look at the stats in a moment, Lloyd, and well, as you said, you'd rather have someone shooting 1 from 8 than getting there on the break.
Yeah, I think you have to. The key, we talked about 31% at the end of that first quarter, 42% now. So they've done a good job on the glass, France, but it's just the shooting percentages. You know, for it to have gone up to 40%, they've...
World, I've been watching you.
Goodness gracious.
Brazil, Beleza. Spain, you got 1. Is that enough? That's what I thought.
Oh!
Okay, Australia. I can feel your passion all the way from here. Yo, France, I know you want it. You just love giving everybody a hard time now, don't you? Ni hao, China. You show me love. Now show me some game.
Continues to get the fans.
And all of you, the FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it. USA, don't this up.
World, I'm Dirk, and this is my man, Son of Dreams. And that's what it takes to compete in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Do you have it? Hey, Greece, it's time for the freak. Hey, Argentina, where's that young gun? Serbia, you still outsmarting your opponents? Japan, you got some tricks up your sleeves, huh? Lions, you took on Africa, but are you ready for the world? This competition is not a place to sit back and watch. It's time to prove the world's got game. Hit it, son. Stell dir mal vor, Deutschland macht's.
It's like that.
World, I've been watching you.
Goodness gracious.
Brazil, Beleza. Spain, you got one. Is that enough? That's what I thought.
Oh!
Okay, Australia. I can feel your passion all the way from here. Yo, France, I know you want it. You just love giving everybody a hard time now, don't you? Ni hao, China. You show me love. Now show me some game.
Continues to get the fans.
And all of you, the FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it. USA, don't this up.
World, I'm Dirk, and this is my man, Son of Dreams.
His eye on shot drops.
And that's what it takes to compete in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Do you have it? Hey, Greece. It's time for the freak. Hey, Argentina, where's that young gun? Serbia, still outsmarting your opponents? Japan, you get some tricks up your sleeves, huh? Lions, we took on Africa, but are you ready for the world? This competition is not a place to sit back and watch. It's time to prove the world's got game. Hit it, son. Stell dir mal vor, Deutschland macht's.
It's like that.
Surprised at when they're open and how they're open. They just have to relax and play the game in front of them. You know, just react to the situation every time.
Well, this one is going to be up-tempo, that's for sure. Start of the third quarter. Mali will inbound the basketball. And Canute will get the first touch. And if you're a Mali fan, wherever you're sitting and watching this one, you're going to hope Canute can get himself going in this one like he did in the quarterfinals. Great option to start with, but really well challenged on the drive. The back cut was exceptionally well timed. There's a space when he got it. I'm thinking, watch out, but a good recovery. He changed the shot. End line possession for Mali. Well, his second move goes to the middle, goes with a good jump hook. Soft touch, gets the roll.
I think he's the man you've got to give shots to if you're Mali as well. But they played a pretty decent percentage, and Mali, you know, that's a good finish from Koulibaly.
Well, surprisingly, France start with Robinho, go with the three guards, which must be an attempt to slow down this Mali lineup. The three in the corner is short. Great work on the glass. Doesn't get the drop Baptiste, but he'll go to the free throw line.
Who's the foul on? Because Hassan Drame is in there with Ballo.
I think Drame put his hand up, Lloyd.
Nah, it is Ballo.
Oh, they give it to Ballo, it'll be two.
Yeah, would have been a big call. Yeah, definitely Ballo, good work. Once again, official spot on.
It's two fouls for Ballo.
Yeah, we said yesterday that he does such an impressive job of not fouling. For a young, big guy, you know, who's constantly having the challenge of hedging on ball screens and teams coming at him. You know, not only is he a great defender, he's a great defender without fouling for playing these large amount of minutes as well.
Baptiste misses the first. France again, they've got to stand there, and they go 0 for 2. Great work on the glass though. Tremendous effort. They've got to get plays like that. As Mathis Yoro just goes up, kisses the glass, no weight. He didn't want to get into a scenario where he had to go over a block. Just outwork people.
3 of 10 from the foul line, France.
They tie up, then the double team. Dlamé gives it up. Baptiste for 2. Doesn't get it to drop. Foul on the play. And France, with their trap, really do create.
That's the question we had. He hit the backboard. How is it not yesterday? This was a goaltend.
Yep.
Today, it's not. But it could have worked out because that is Hassan Drame's third foul right there. So while we were discussing, you know, maybe France should have had a certain 2, I think even with the way they're shooting the free throws, you know, if that's the third on Hassan Drame, then you will take 2 shots on the line and he's picking up his...
No, the foul was on Fusen Dlamé.
Well, that's his second.
So they're sharing him out. That's the only thing you can say.
Well, let's say 3 key guys have all got 2 now.
And the trap at the half court. Again, asking a question of Mali. That's the most important thing. You've got to score for it to happen, obviously. Mali in the half court. This game slows down a little bit. Mali with the jump shot from the foul line is no good. And if you're France, you're quite happy with that attempt. 5-point game as Ruben will advance the basketball.
Baptiste on the switch under the ring, looking at him.
Yair. Fallow trying to help. The double team comes. He just wandered almost into a bad location on the floor in the corner. And with 1.3 seconds on the possession, some of that momentum that France have built could be lost right here.
Yesterday, Yair's timing on the pass was so good to hit guys open for 3. Not so much there.
Oh, nice pass, but there's a 1.3 on the possession. Catch it, you've got to shoot it.
Time, score at all moments in this game.
A little mental breakdown there.
Absolutely.
2 minutes into this third quarter. Kanouti still trying to get himself going. Gets to the lane, goes for a tough one off the glass and gets the drop. And there'll be a huge sigh of relief from the Mali delegation in front of us, who have spent most of the second quarter jumping up and down. As Kanouti gets himself going, he's averaging 16 points a game, and that's his first 2 points of the afternoon.
Really good finish as well.
Wasn't exactly an easy one.
No, it's not at all. He's not the biggest man. He's an incredible athlete, but really used the ring well to protect.
Oh, there's a foul. That's a crazy, unnecessary foul as Koulibaly picks up the personal.
13th foul on Mali already. Just 2 minutes into this third quarter. France have got to keep taking the game to Mali, keep drawing these fouls.
Great work on the glass, chance to run. No one stops the ball again. Comes off Drame's knee, and that'll be out of bounds for France. But they're still letting it so deep before anyone actually does anything to stop the ball.
Yeah, it was good play in the end from Niassi, but he wasn't really the man that should have been responsible for doing it. Somebody else earlier needed to, as we keep saying, I think a wall is the best way to describe it. You have to physically stop them and make them go around you. You can't expect it just to be there, and that's enough.
Well, Coach Dicko, a lot of weight on his shoulders right now. AC comes up high, they move the ball, shove over the open 3 is short. Offensive rebound. Ayum's done a really nice job on the glass. Ball's knocked away and straight into transition. And ball knocks away. Dlamé will recover it and finish. Well, they're nothing but decisive.
It's not the prettiest move in the world, was it? He just barreled his man out the way, picked up the loose ball.
Dangerous time for France here, 9-point margin. They really just need to keep trying to be aggressive out of what they're running. Too much dribble in front of the defense will invite the attempt at the steal. The 3 is short, and they're going to run again. Numbers down the floor, but France this time have bodies back. Dlamé wants Kanouti to have it. spins through, somehow doesn't get called for the travel. She didn't suspiciously like that. 3-on-2 break if they find the open man, but that opportunity's gone. He comes to the top. Everybody's in the passing lane. Every pass is challenged. So he fires up the long two and just rainbows it and drops it from the foul line.
Really tough move, tough finish. I'm surprised that the guy is on the bench at this moment. So it's a really crucial point in the game. I like the offense to attack. Koulibaly more on the pick and roll than...
And they just attack Kanouté on the trap, but he gets through it. Now they're playing 5-on-3. And there's... I'd like to see the foul again because I don't really think he made a genuine attempt. He saw the situation and was going to foul. That's a reason. Just to say went and hit the ball, but
I like the fact that he went to foul though. Recognise
absolutely
that the key thing is to stop that drive. Don't give him an easy shot.
Well, the out of bounds gets the open three, and they release. So they Mali. Big finish. And Leopold gives this Baptiste gives this team length and quickness, and they've responded to the challenge. Now France becomes a 5-point game. So in the lane, has it knocked away. France with more opportunities to run. It's a 4-1-1 break. This goes up off the glass for two.
Be careful because Mali leave guys down the floor if they're giving up a layup. I mean, Ballo didn't even get near the halfway line. 3-point
game. You've got to be impressed here with the way France are extending the defense. And it was just a little bit too much pressure.
You don't need to pressure Mali. You need to contain. I think he's done a good job, Baptiste, when he's been in. You know, I like him being at the 4 because he's happy to screen as well, and I think that changes it rather than, like I say, always being Volo to set that screen.
Outside, there's no one moving. Mali have gone very slow. Now Ballo gives them an option on the inside. Goes to work to the middle, and they're going to call the foul. Not sure if that's going to send him to the line or not. So substitution as Guillaume steps out. Leopold checks in. Probably their best rebounding lineup on the floor at the moment. Leopold leads them in rebounding. Baptiste is quick and long. They have reasonable size at the 3. Kanouté just about handles it, but fires the 3 and just knocks it down. Well, you said he had a poor first half yesterday, and he's literally deja vu for him.
Absolutely, can score in bunches, and he's probably the best shooter overall on that Mali team.
Rotation, they almost smelt the chance to steal it. The 3 is away, but way short. And the ball will end up with Mali as they've opened it out to a 6-point lead.
Time for Ballo to get a touch here from Mali, I think.
Oh, that's just pass has just broken the defense down. They just throw it up, and that's just far too easy, but it's massively impressive. You're up the floor, you just throw it into the space. He goes in, no one stops it. He throws a cute little lob pass for the 2 and 1, and everything that could have gone wrong goes wrong for France on that play.
Right, you've got 3 guys up the floor that get beaten with just a simple lob pass. Repeatedly say, you don't need steals against Mali. Mali will give you the ball back so quickly, or they'll shoot a low percentage. If you can, force them into something, you don't need to turn them over.
It's almost a mentality thing. We're down in the game, so we need to press. We need to make something happen with their defense, as opposed to thinking about over the course of the second half, what would be the best strategy here? From the free throw line for the extra, which is made, and we're back to a 9-point game, and Mali have almost weathered a little storm as Boris is back in the game at the point. It's an interesting talking point. Boris turning the corner, and they're going to offer him the 3. This time he takes it, and he's short, ball's knocked away. Great hunting of the basketball.
Good offense from France as well. They got the ball moving. You move it a couple of times like that, and they're the type of shots you will get.
Almost a backcourt on the catch, and they settle for the 3. And a chance for France to run here. 4 on at least 2. Easy 2 for them. And France, if they get stops and Mali don't get back, which they're prone to do, Ballo just about made the 3-point line. Koulibaly didn't make the 3-point line getting back. Stolen again. Baptiste again shows his worth. Steps through the step, they're going to call that. And 1. And Baptiste's length and quickness becoming a factor.
It could be a game changer here. Kenny Baptiste comes in, only averaging 6 points a game. He is 11 on the plus minus. 13 points for him here. You know, great defense. Just changed the way this is going for France.
For the extra. She completes the 3-point play. Back to 2. Mali will make changes. Mara chicken in. Kanete looking a little more comfortable in this half. Can't get carried away, but layup's not carried away. That's just far too easy. Spin to the middle, lay it up at the front of the ring, and no one challenges you. This French team has got to work something out here. Forget all the things that are supposed to happen and just offer people jump shots and rebound. Penetration has been very good. Just throws it into traffic on the penetration. They'll get a 14-second reset. Are they going to call a foul, or are they going to go 14-second reset? I don't think it's a foul. Yep, otherwise we'd have been on the line.
He's trying to make a great play. I think if he'd just gone up hard, he had to finish.
Yep. It's the same point with making the whole game here. 4-point lead for Mali. So a quick release out of bounds, is way short. Mali have a chance to run again. No one stops the ball, kicked. Now they've done a decent job, France, but then they get beat on a second move. Little floater for 2 is good.
Torching him right now, Canute, whenever he wants. He's going past his man. That 1-3 has really worried the French defenders. Look at this, just
penetration, and no one's looking at the penetration even.
It's just raw speed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Canute.
It was 2, it's back out to 6. Reese gets it into the half court, and they fumble it, and it goes out of bounds, and Baptiste, for all the quality he's put on the floor, just fumbles it out of bounds. Just over 3 to go in the third. Again, they're just attacking it on the dribble. They take a tough scoop. And a chance to run, and the stepping out of bounds, I think, on the catching of the ball. And we'll give the ball back to Mali. Unfortunate that. Canute, who's going to challenge you now because he's feeling it. Steps back for the 3, throws it long. And Nassis has it, gives it up. Chupar has it. Takes the ball screen. Just be aggressive, wraps the pass, open up. Nassis for 3 is good.
Good pass that time. Chupar got deep, didn't force it. Have the shot on, so it was the right time to pass.
Inside, outside. They moved the ball. Nice set here by Mali. Open up the penetration lane. They scoop it inside for the easy 2. And they had to play half court, and they did a great job.
Right now, for France, the rotation defensively is only ever one man. So the first guy gets beat, one man rotates and helps, but there's no second man rotating down to help him to make a hard pass. It's just not there.
Same penetration we've seen the whole, well, this is the penetration on the replay. Nice little dump down, easy 2. Because no one helped the helper. But the same penetration for France offensively. Chupar gets all the way to the ring and he's trying to make a pass. And that's the second time he's had a really good look, and he's doing a great job breaking the defense down. Here he is again, gets in the lane, but has it knocked away. And watch out, because Canute's about, drops it in for the easy 2, and they blow it. Going the other way, Baptiste at speed, off the glass, blows the layup that way as well. Ballo looks long, you knew he would. Canute looks at the defense and blows the layup. and the ball will belong to France. So both teams have looks at wide, well, you could say wide open layups and blow them both. In Mali's case, and going the other way, Baptiste has been so effective, just couldn't finish the play. Here's the one for the first two. Baptiste gets it, he just goes, no one stops him. He goes up right at the ring, tries to be a little pretty with it, he misses that. Little handoff, Ayayi back in the game, he's had a lot of minutes to be fresh in the fourth. Maurice throws it upstairs. What a challenge and recovery by Drame. There's no way this team was going to have that thrown down on them. Drame just said no way at all. Ballo at the other end, inside, waits to field a double team. Great pass. Tremendous challenge though on the shot, and Baptiste is the responsible person again. Penetration, drops it inside. Leopold is fouled and will go to the free throw line. And as while this must be a very difficult set of circumstances for that French coaching staff, but this is almost the type of game they need to play to win.
Yeah, absolutely. I completely agree with you. But the thing for me, Mark, is we talked 7:55. Mali picked up their third foul of the quarter. And so you thought, great opportunity to France to continue to be aggressive, force the action against Mali, get to the line, pick up fouls, and now we look at it, this is the fifth foul with 53 seconds to go. So they've only committed, you know, the one foul in that 7 minute period. And that was a real opportunity for France. Get key guys in foul trouble, get to the line where you can have easy points, slow the game down, don't allow Mali that chance to run back at you.
They missed the first of the free throws. Would make the second. Back to a 4-point game.
Their free throw shooting is not 6 for 15 as a team. They go 40%.
They still only trail by 4. Nice pass. Oh, what a finish. But what a feed.
Beautiful recognition. It wasn't a pass. Great feed.
It was brother to brother. It was brother to brother. Play of the game. What a pass. Where did he find that from? On the three-point line. Puts it inside for the long two. Drops it. And he's really finding his stroke right now. And France need it desperately.
Ayayi back in. Didn't try to do too much that time. The easy kick out.
Drame will get it into Ballo. Takes the quick release on the turnaround. Great work on the offensive pass. Gets an angle, creates it, finishes it. And at the end of the third, they come up with just an athletic play to give them a 6-point advantage going into the fourth quarter. Mali still leading 61 to 55. Well, here's the replay there, Lloyd.
Yeah, and that was a beautiful offensive move. I want to highlight the last two defensive possessions because France have tried to rotate into the low post, and twice, you know, the rotation has been perfect. The problem is, Ayayi on that particular occasion, who's not involved in the rotation, just give up a one-on-one box out on an offensive.
World, I've been watching you.
Goodness gracious.
Brazil, Beleza. Spain, you got one. Is that enough? That's what I thought.
Oh!
Okay, Australia. I can feel your passion all the way from here. Yo, France, I know you want it. You just love giving everybody a hard time now, don't you? Ni hao, China. You show me love. Now show me some game.
Continues to get the fans.
And all of you, FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it. USA, don't this up.
Will there come a point now? I'll ask you the question. Will there come a point when this Mali team stop just being Mali and think, oh, we're up, maybe we need to control the game and just win, or will they just be Mali?
No, there's no way they're going to start to think like that. You know, I think the challenge is the French team, that they have to understand, you know, the analogy, if there's a loose ball on the floor, the Mali players are not going to stop and say, oh, the French are probably going to get it. The French team have to take the ball before someone from Mali gets it, because right now the French team are just thinking, oh, this is going to come to me, it's okay. You know, the other guy's not going to go for it. But Mali don't care. They're just going after everything. They're attacking the game. You know, they are the aggressor and they're being rewarded for it.
10 minutes between one of these teams and a World Cup final. Ayayi, is he going to become a hero? Gets the floater, gets it challenged though, and Ballo gives it up. Lead pass, collected, off the glass for 2. And look, he went down hard, and he stayed down.
Ayayi's down as well, so we've got players from both ends. Gonzaga versus Gonzaga. Ballo got the block. It was just a scrum of players trying to get it. I think Ayayi got a loose elbow. Let's have a look at this one.
Keita goes up. There was the little contact, but not really a lot. He just fell heavily, I think.
Yeah.
And also, I think he fell heavily thinking, I've blown a layup. And stayed down a little while. So we are literally as we were, 61-55. France get a look they'd like. Mali get a look they like off a stop they normally get. Ayayi with the same floater and drops it. No one challenging it on that occasion.
That's the one thing for France. Ayayi's been so quiet. I don't know if you can hold him the whole game.
Oh, okay, 100%. They are never going to stop being Mali right now. Just didn't even think that they had to worry about what they got. He was open, he's knocked it down. And he's been a little quiet as well at the moment for Mali. Yeah, on the perimeter. Looks to take the 3 and he's long, but the offensive rebound is hauled in. Nice pass. They go outside of it. Gets it to the corner. Ayayi again. And France get a little focused on him when he's on the floor. Takes the 3 at the end of the shot clock is off. But it scrapes the ring, and somehow France end up back with the basketball with 10 seconds left on the possession. And it's all going through Ayayi straight off the start of this 4th quarter. Now he's got a switch, settles for the long 3, and it's way long, and France are crashing the glass, but this time Mali eventually get the defensive rebound.
Zone for France. Saw the staff calling out something from the sideline for their defense. It's interesting.
Straightforward 2-3, trying to, as you've asked them to do for the whole game, Lloyd, take some space up. Ballo gets it, mid-range jump shot, really well challenged by Leopold, got a real hand in his face. Cease on the end of the break, looks inside, no pass, it's the trailer. And France will step it out. Still 44% from Mali from 2. Nice pass, easy 2.
That's the right thing for France. This zone, you can see the coaching staff is imploring them to run back on defense.
Get back and ask these guys to score from the perimeter. Do not allow any penetration through the seams. And they settle for the 3 and short, and the French are getting exactly what they want to see. Whereas Mali have got to find a way, whether it be through defensive stops and transition or attack the seams.
I would throw one of the Drame brothers up into the high post. Just feed him with Ballo down low. You've got to respect the threat of Ballo. And if any of, either Foussine or Hassan gets a one-on-one from that elbow area, they're going to be tough to stop.
France again going to the ring with regularity now. Close it to a 3-point game. 7 to go in the game. And Mali, if anything, look a little gassed at the moment. Delame will move it on. They settle for the 3 again. This time they just drop it. They're not going to stop. They're going to back themselves for the whole of this game. This time, Drame drops the 3. Hassan Delame. Eon will hand it off. Imonchu's just going side to side. Ayayi way outside. Looks inside with the pass. The rotation comes. Ayayi's got to put this up. Throws up a little prayer, which is not answered. And Ballo owns it. Dak will push. Calls a half-court set. That means Drame's going to attack. Gets it inside for the 2, and you've got to attack the zone.
For France, how do they let Hassan Drame just catch it and drive immediately from the wing? Just weren't even in position.
Seg puts it on the floor. Turns down the ball screen, gets in the lane. Ball is blocked, and they go long. Ita going up, off the glass, blows it. What a rebound, but he's out of bounds. Just a no touch on the shot, a little hard off the glass. Substitutions though, timeout for France. 5:55 to go. Back out to an 8-point advantage.
I don't mind the call of the zone. I think it's, you know, I wonder whether this should have been something they went to earlier, but at the same time, whatever it is, whether it's zone, man, press, they have to execute against who they're playing. You know, they've got to understand, wing pass, you can't allow a guy to catch it on the wing and shoot a three with his feet set taking his time. You can't allow him to just pass to the wing and go one-on-one right past you. You have to be able to, you know, make them do something to beat the zone. 2 or 3 possessions, it was really good. Then those last couple, you know, it just wasn't at the level France needed to be at.
Well, in terms of percentages, France's 3-point percentage, 3 from 16. Mali's not that much better, 4 from 14, but they've made a couple in this fourth quarter.
C'est toi qui vas jouer les ballons. C'est toi qui joues seul maintenant.
Because I don't think Mali are going to change, as we've said, at all.
They only know one way to play. They're going to play that way, up, down, tied, it doesn't matter. Some anxious faces there.
Here we go, 5:55 remain in this semi-final. A French team, to be fair, their backs are now firmly against the wall. What reaction do they get? Dimanche inside, has to take and dumps it down, easy two, and they have had little 2-man game success in the last few minutes.
Allo's on the bench, probably going to get about 40, 50 seconds here. At the 5-minute mark, he'll come back, I'm sure.
Drame thinks about the 3, thinks about it again. On the third way, takes it and is short. And you can almost guarantee, unless you are an absolute natural and flat-out shooter, if you take that long and that many thinks, you're not in any rhythm at all. And Ballo gets even less than you thought.
About 5 seconds rest, but that's how important he is. A little bit longer through the timeout. I'll help him, he won't go out again.
That's success here, but then they don't attack it on this one. They'll attack it on the second screen. Now they go pick and pop. Wide open, drops it. Yabo drops the 3, and we're back to a single possession game. 69-66, the French zone. And they go high. Nice little give and go for the short 2, and they come up short. France, for the first time in a long, long time, have a chance to tie on this possession. Dimons gets in, kicks it, extra pass. Ayayi gives it up. Short 2 is no good, and they really do miss a wide open mid-range look. And the game's got a sense of end of a fight type feel. Great penetration, great block, and France will go one down if they make this. They do. Canute's waiting to come back in. I don't think they'll want to get him back as quickly as possible right now. Inside for the tough 2 that goes in and out. Ballo's on the glass, is blocked, but will go to the free throw line. His presence is just immense as he goes to the free throw line.
It's that man Baptiste again, isn't it, on the defensive end. That leads to the leak out. First time they've really got the ball into the high post, and it's Koulibaly that's there. Like I said, I think one of the Drame twins may be better suited as a high post threat for them. Koulibaly does have the ability to step to the perimeter. 4th foul, so
that's a big call. He's been so effective. One of the few players you could say has been pretty consistent in what he's given France here. He's knocked down shots, contested on the glass, and that looked a little tired from the line.
They've got Leopold to come back, France, but the challenge there is Leopold doesn't score or shoot it anywhere near as well as Dosoyevu, so they'll lose a lot offensively if he goes out.
Ballo's expression almost never changes. He's doing what he loves to do, play basketball. And he's doing it for his country, and he opens it back out to a 2-point advantage, 70-68. Well, a World Cup final place is never an easy thing to get, and France have themselves right back in this. Dimos gets it to the wing. Ayayi passive. It's slow at the moment, but now they're going to attack it. Dimos down the middle will kick it, extra pass. Baptiste is going to have to take the three, is short. Offensive rebound. Delvaux thinks about the quick three, but says no. Dimanche attacks and kicks. He's for the three, is short. Great offensive rebound. Delvaux lines up the three. Is off, and Ballot, they have 3 looks at it, France. All of them wide open looks. Both teams desperately tired right now.
I think you take that though. 3 really good looks from France. Shouldn't be discouraged.
Well, they go to that high post area. They drop it into Ballot down low. He's a great passer. The jump hook is a soft touch.
Great finish, Koulibaly.
Absolutely super finish. 4-point game, 3 to go. Koulibaly goes to 13 personal on a 55% stat from the field. Again, great attack and a turnover. No, they're going to call a touch. So the penetration is being productive as we get a replay. Just pure touch. 72-68, 3 to go. World Cup final place. Beckons for one of these 2 countries. France trying to complete a comeback. Dimanche has it. Baptiste, who's been so effective, gives himself a little space, has to put it up. It's a deep one. Catches the front end of the ring. Koulibaly just about chases it down. Canute wants it. And he will challenge. Puts it on the floor, gets in the lane, drops it into Ballot. It's blocked! Oh, what a block! If there's nothing else that inspires the French team, it'll be that play. Baptiste has it, goes back door, Ayayi, reverse layer. They give him the foul, but he could have gone strong through it. Watch this. That is a block. Wow.
I mean, that could be a game-saving block from Baptiste. We've talked about his impact all throughout this game, and that could be the biggest play of the game, the biggest play for France in this tournament. 3rd foul on Ballot, and you know, I love the move from Ayayi as well. First time we've really seen him try and cut back door. You know, he doesn't move particularly well off the ball, Ayayi. When it's in his hands, he's incredible, but it was a crucial time for him to make that cut.
Ayayi goes 1 for 2. Ballot gets another rebound. His numbers are pretty impressive, to say the least. Canute gets it. Marley, they've slowed him down. This zone has definitely made them have to think about it. Koulibaly, the man on the inside, drops it. And you called it all the way through that Koulibaly's a factor here, Lloyd.
Yeah, I mean, I said I'd put the Drame, one of the Drames in that high post, but he's been sensational. That is the area, the real weak point to attack the zone.
Ayayi turns down the 3, attacks it. Gets it back. He's going to have to put a longer one up. And his long...
There's only going to be one man grabbing a rebound.
Almost threw it away. Koulibaly advances the basketball and gives it up. 1:40 to go. 5-point advantage. He almost got it. Throw it inside to the high post. They'll take a tough runner and get nothing. It's a battle on the glass and a foul on the play. France will get it on the sideline. Body's picking himself up from the floor.
It's that man, Koulibaly again. What a second half he's had. 15 points personal now. Took the foul there, which is going to be number 3 on him. France need a score on this possession. It doesn't have to be a 3. They'd love an open look for Ayayi. I think you know, he's got to find his rhythm. He's just got to catch it and shoot it. He had a good look for it last time. Didn't take it, and then he's ending up with a worse one at the end of the shot clock.
Exactly. He really did have a one in rhythm, didn't he? And ended up much further out on that 3. It's a 5-point game. Mali, 128 away from the whole continent of Africa's first game in a championship on a world level. France, their first chance to make a World Cup final in this age group. They're only 5 down. Someone's going to make a play here for France. They need to tick it over on this possession. So that man Baptiste goes inside. Great pass, great 2. And Baptiste has been phenomenal for France in this game.
Yes, he has. What a play.
Canute has it. Single possession game.
Man to man.
Well, I'm sure that Mali will recognise. They look underneath. What play! Oh, what a pass! Canute's in front of the bench, talking to his coach. What a pass! Gets open, gets seen, finishes the play, and one.
Athleticism and awareness away from the ball from Canute. Saw his man sleeping and cut behind him.
And they get the offensive rebound. Well, if the block gave France a chance, this possession could do it for Mali. Offensive rebound again, and they'll have possession. 44 seconds. 5-point game. 6 on the possession.
Using the clock for Mali. They're going to win this by scoring. France have got to step up to the challenge. It just seemed like they've accepted defeat here.
Ballo is the man releasing the pressure. Canute's the man who wants the ball. He's going to have to create something special right now. Gets up, doesn't hit anything. France have the defensive rebound. Still there for France. They trail 5. The 3 is away by Yayi and hits just the front of the ring. And Canute's going to run. And there has to be an unsportsmanlike foul because he just made no attempt to play the ball. He just grabbed the player's shirt. And if there's a reason to have the unsportsmanlike foul, that was it.
Not team fouls against France yet. So sideline possession still.
Well, you have to say a very smart foul if it's not going to get called that way. Absolute no attempt to play the basketball. Canute was off, and the shirt and the stomach was hit.
Got to be careful there. Give up
Here's
something
the play.
over the top.
If that's not an unsportsmanlike foul under the current definition, I don't think I know what is. They go long. Barley drops it inside the rotation, and that's why the foul is an important foul. Ball's knocked through, foul on the play. Still no one in the team foul situation. 18.6 seconds, still just a 2-possession game. France will sub. Are they going to take the timeout? They will take the timeout. And before we start worrying about it, because it's not the important thing to talk about, that no call on the unsportsmanlike may well give France a huge opportunity here.
World, I'm Dirk, and this is my man, Son of Dreams.
His eye on some shot drops.
And that's what it takes to compete in the FIBA Basketball World Cup. Do you have it? Hey, Greece, it's time for the freak. Hey, Argentina, where's that young gun? Serbia,
Bogdanovic.
still outsmarting your opponents? Japan, you got some tricks up your sleeves, huh? Lions, we took on Africa, but are you ready for the world? This competition is not a place to sit back and watch. It's time to prove the world's got game. Hit it, son. Stell dir mal vor, Deutschland macht's.
It's like that.
6 seconds left in this first semi-final.
He's going to bring it in. So often he's just cut over the top. See if they make that same play.
There's 18.6, but they need to go as quick as they can to get a good one. Down screen to release the pressure. They're going to go block to block on the screen, and they pop. Baptiste's the man. Knocks it away. That's for the 3, is long. Baptiste for the 3. Can't get it to drop. Great effort. And the referee has called
Out of bounds.
for who?
Mali was out of bounds. France ball. We've lost 12 seconds though.
Let's take a look. No, he's called footwork, as in kicking the ball. 5-point game, 7 seconds to go. France will take another timeout. It's still there for France. They still have enough time. But
tire,
They are
on a
in
les ballons,
the
donnez-moi les
World Cup
tables but.
final.
Si on tire, si on a les ballons, c'est tout ce que je vous ai dit. Hey, un jour moment, engage.
France have won.
Allez, il faut y
Rebounding.
croire. Allez.
Too often that Mali are out rebounded. 22 offensive rebounds for the French team.
And that just underlines the point that we've been making about this is not the reason that France are on the wrong end of a 76-71 is not the athleticism of Mali, because France have been more than capable of competing athletically. Mali have just put a better game on the floor, and now they're just going to get over the line. 5-point margin, 7.7 to go. Ayayi will inbound. They've got to literally get something off the inbound, stop the clock, and see what they get. They go skip. The open three, smart play not to foul. It was on the glass and one.
A glimmer of hope. And the question is, do you miss it? Do you miss it and try and tip out the challenges? I mean,
well, it's like
it's Mali trying to get an offensive rebound, but
and the thing being, because if you make it, you know Mali will take the timeout. How many timeouts does he have left? Let's just check. He hasn't used the timeout. He's got all three. He's going to take one now, I think, to talk about what they'd like to do on the rebound situation here, just in case they do miss it.
you could try a real small amount of time. I think you might have to try and miss this free throw here, especially the opposite side to Ballo.
Well, 4 seconds between one of these teams and the World Cup final. France on the line, down 3, with the one shot to come. Those French fans looking at this as though, do we have a chance or not? With 7 seconds to go, they would have definitely taken this opportunity. This to make it a 2-point game with 4 seconds to go. Does he miss it? Does he make it? Because
two French guys in to rebound, Baptiste and Leopold. Got to hit the ring when he misses.
But he's definitely done that. And the ball's loose and Mali recover it.
Oh, he wasn't too far off though.
Almost there. Almost there for France. Sideline possession. Delame did the hard work for Mali to recover the ball. They're not going to take the timeout. I think it's a pretty smart thing in some ways because it won't give France to organise. But if he did take the timeout, he would advance the ball the length of the floor.
They need to get a 5-second violation, France. They need to be in denial.
Should advance the basketball, should take the timeout. Don't know why they're not taking it. Let's just enjoy the 1.4. Delame has it. There's a couple of Mali delegation individuals in front of us that are just about to go crazy. And they're going to take the timeout, and you've got to say it's a smart call by Coach Deco.
They'll advance it.
World, I've been watching you. Brazil, Beleza. Spain, you got one. Is that enough? That's what I thought. Oh! Okay, Australia. I can feel your passion all the way from here. Yo, France, I know you want it. You just love giving everybody a hard time now, don't you? Ni hao, China. You show me love. Now show me some game.
Continues to get the fans.
And all of you, the FIBA Basketball World Cup is right here. You want it? Come and get it. USA, don't this up.
Will take the responsibility to inbound. Surely they will try and throw it towards the basket. Oh, they go to Ballo, why not? And there it is, Mali will contest the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup final in 2019. They give thanks on the floor. It means the world to these players. It'll mean the world to Mali basketball. Coach Dicko has kept his team moving in the right direction, and they beat France, one of the greats of the world of basketball, in the semi-final game.
And you've got to say they deserve it, Mark. You know, Mali deserved this victory. This wasn't a poor performance from an opposition that's allowed Mali through. Mali took this game, they imposed their style, they imposed their way of playing on this game, and the French had no answer.
Well, the conflicting visions of players on the right or the wrong end of a result. I tell you the one thing that's impressing me right now, I don't think these Mali guys think they're finishing. There's no one dancing around about making the final. They enjoyed it. They gave thanks for it. But there's no one here who seems to think the job is done. They'll advance to the World Cup final. They win 76-73. They thank the crowd, and the crowd give them a huge reception. Mali will play for gold. France will play for bronze. That's what it means to those players and staff. And you've got to hope, because they've got the ability, that they show up tomorrow and bring their A game, because who knows if this fairy tale ride to the final is over. It's already guaranteed them a silver medal. It's already guaranteed them some history. But why stop right now? Huge performance by Mali. Every single player who came in, Lloyd, did a huge job.
Entire roster for Mali can take, you know, credit from this performance. As I said, you know, I thought it was the 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 blocks from Omar Ballo. That anchor in the middle helped, but once again, you know, Drame, 17 points, 11 rebounds, 4 assists. Canute, 11 points, 6 assists. Against the zone. Down the stretch, 15 points, 7 rebounds for him. And then Hassan Drame, 13 points, 8 rebounds. That core 5 of Mali is, you know, worthy of getting a team to a final. They're worthy of being on this world stage.
Well, here are those summary of the statistics. 41%, 49% from France on the inside. We were worried about their ability to score around the ring. But just 4 from 26 from the three-point line. Just killed them offensively. So France with the win on the glass as such, but the only 2 numbers that matter are 76 and 73. Mali, only 12 turnovers on the game, took incredible care of the basketball. And that's where they find themselves, in the World Cup final.
So often they dominate the game by taking more shots than the opposition, and they do it through the offensive rebound. Today, that was taken away a little bit for them, but they improved it by looking after the ball, as you said.
Well, 17 points for Delame. Steals, Baptiste, it was all over the stats for France. He did everything he possibly could to give his country the chance to win. Lots of contributions across the roster. 17, 17 and 15 is your 3 top scorers. Phenomenal performance by Mali. Mali are in the FIBA Under-19 Basketball World Cup final in 2019. Who are they going to play? Find out in the second semi-final. Join us for that. We'll see you soon. What a performance. Congratulations to Mali. We'll see them in the cup final tomorrow.